Hi there, I'm April Sawtelle and welcome to my channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is I want to just show you my little fabric haul I just went on. I'm going to be making some more I Spy quilts, and this time I'm going to be using rodents and bugs. So I went out on a search. So I started off with going over to Joann's. Started with Joann's because I thought that they would probably have the biggest amount of novelty fabric with rodents and bugs. I did find some, and I want to show you what I got. And I did hit a fabulous sale. Everything was 40% off on the fabrics that I bought. So if you know me, I'm super thrifty and I don't spend a lot of money on fabrics, and I really want a good deal. I did find just that. Let me show you what I got. First of all, before I do that though, let me just show you my receipts. So I'm gonna unfold these. I don't know if this is what your receipts look like in your pocket. This is what I come home with. You know, I shop at Sam's Club a lot, and when I leave there, they need your receipt, and all I have to do is walk from the register to the door, and usually it's a crumpled up mess. God made me that way, and I don't know why. Let me unfold this before we get started, and I'll show you how much I paid for each fabric. And I did do quite a bit of shopping. All right, here's my Joann. So my trip was such a success. I had so much fun. I haven't gone shopping like that in a while. So I got this fat quarter, and I liked the look of the texture. I got this fat quarter. I liked all the different colors in this one. Fat quarters were all $1.99. And I just love everything rainbow, and some of my grandchildren love rainbow stuff. So I got these two fat quarters. I figured I'd do something with them. Not sure. These had nothing to do with the bug and rodent quilt that I went out looking for. But some of this didn't. Some I just got a good deal. So for novelty fabrics, I got this bee fabric, which I loved this. And I did pay a little more than I, would want to. It was regular $12.99 a yard. I got it for $5. And it's a half a yard. I was fine with that. I needed stuff like this. So I knew I would pay a little bit more than what I typically would pay for fabric. This little frogs, this is a flannel, and this is going to work perfectly. I paid $3.50 for this, half yard. This little bee fabric is a little swaddle fabric. It's made out of the linen, and I just loved it. It's going to fit perfect, and I paid $4.20 for that on sale for half a yard. This spider fabric, oh, do I ever love that one. This is probably my favorite one out of all of them, and I paid the most. I paid for half a yard. I paid $6.20. That is going to be great in this quilt. And I'm going to get several quilts out of this. This isn't just for one particular quilt. It might be one right in the moment, but I'll get several uses out of all of the fabrics that I've bought. This frog I got on sale. I got a half a yard. I got that for $3.50. Oh, this one was pretty great too. This one had snakes and frogs and moths and mushrooms. Just love it. I paid $3.50 for that. And of course, that was a half a yard. That was a great sale. This one was so nice. I love that's going to fit into like the whole theme that I'm going with for this particular quilt. And this is a flannel as well, and I paid $3.50 for that. But that's a good chunk of fabric here to have for novelty fabrics. And then this one too, the flannel, $3.50. This red fabric, I just got this. This was $2 a yard, and I got 2 yards of it. And I just got it because, for red being my favorite color, I don't have a lot of red fabric. So I just got that to keep into my stash. And I'm sure I'll put some pop of that into this quilt somewhere, somehow. This was great. This was dragonflies. This little dragonfly was the most expensive one that I bought. This one, I actually got a whole yard. So I paid $8.35 for that. It was a little over a yard. It was 1.19. And just to have this extra novelty fabric, I'm super happy. This is everything I bought from Joann's. This is it for that store. So the next store I went to was my favorite store of all. You guessed it, Mardens. You should have bought it when you saw it at Mardens. Surplus salvage store. I've done other videos that I'll link down below when I've gone to Mardens. If you're ever in Maine and you need fabric, or if you need anything, just stop in. They have them all throughout the state of Maine. They have the funnest thing. It's a surplus salvage. I've made videos in the past about it. I'm not sponsored by this store. I just love them and I can't get enough of it. And I don't go too often because I would be really in trouble. I would buy way too much fabric. But when I do go, let me tell you, I have a blast. This one was the bee fabric. Look at that. That is so adorable. I got a half a yard at $6.99. I got half of it for $3.50. What a beautiful novelty fabric to just have in my stash. This one was regular $5.99 a yard. I got it for $3 because everything I got there, I believe I got half yards. Look at that. The jellyfish. Love it. This bee one is so adorable. I got it was $2.50 because it was only $4.99 a yard. So I got half all that, and that fabric feels so nice. Buying fabric at Mardens is, I don't know if you'll be able to get this line, if it's still out or not. I'm going to tell you who this is from. This is from Soho LLC. This is Jason Yenter in the beginning is what that's called, from Calypso 2. This B one was from Fabric Edition. Did some greenery, and this one is from Soho LLC. More greenery. This is Hosta Zen Garden, and it's by Stephanie Brandenburg from Fawn Design Studios. This one is kind of cut off, but it's in the beginning fashion. I just love all of the busy prints on this one. That's going to look great. This one I got because I'm going to cut out some of these mushrooms and the mice in my quilt, and the snails and the little bugs. I'm going to cut those out, and I'm just going to attach these two little parts and pieces in the quilt on top of other fabrics such as the greenery. I think that will look really good. This one is just OEKO Tex. When you're buying fabric at Mardens, they don't really have it like by the designer or anything like that because it's hit or miss. Like they say, you're not going to find the same thing twice there. It's very rare. This one, Zuzu's Petal by City Flower Exchange. And I just love the greenery. I liked all the brown leaves and stuff, so I got this one. Several of these I couldn't find any with bugs, so I may have to raw edge applique some bugs in. I just liked having this sort of novelty fabric. So this is True Timber Outdoors Holiday Company, LLC. Just love the print. These fabrics do feel so nice. This one doesn't say exactly what it is, but it is by Robert Kaufman. It's nice and soft. That one I paid $3.50, the half a yard. This one is Love Is All Around by Josephine Wall for 3 Wishes fabric. Super, super nice quality fabric. I got this for $3.50 for the half a yard. This one was $3.50, and these eggs, oh, they're just little nests of eggs, just so beautiful, and there's some feathers in it. This is called Birds of a Feather by Rachel Hauer, Hauer, and I have seen that fabric there before actually. This is Gondwana by Oasis Fabric Design. But aren't they pretty? They're so colorful. It was $6.99. I paid $3.50, and I will open this one right up to show you. Big, huge goldfish. This is Free Spirit, and this is Temple Garden by Snow Leopard Designs. I'm going to put a really nice pop of color in this quilt. This is what I was going for. So these are crabs. This was $3.50, and it is so soft and feels so nice. This is Timeless Treasures by Soho LLC. $3.50 for this one. This one is pretty great too. This one is just the little dragonflies, and it's so colorful. This is from David Stavitsky for Blank Quilting Company, and I paid $3.50, and it is absolutely beautiful. This one was $3.50, and this is just all sorts of shells. It's just like the bottom of the ocean. This is called Ocean Jewelry by Fabrics.com. And then this one was $3.50, and this has nice little rodents, little mice. You can see the little mouse, and it looks like it's all in the mushrooms in the grass, and this is going to be perfect in my quilt. And this was just a backing I bought. It was 108 inch backing, and I paid $26.97. It was $8.99 a yard. I bought 3 yards. And I don't know who this is by. And I just loved the print for the back. I'm not sponsored by Mardens, but I surely do shop there. If you're ever in Maine, you might want to swing on by and check it out. Okay, that's it for the Mardens haul. Let's go on over to Hobby Lobby. I went over to Hobby Lobby and this is what I got there. I believe the sales that I kept hitting. It was so great. Every time I'd walk in a store, it was on sale. So it was perfect. And it had mostly what I was looking for. I didn't find as much insects and rodents as I wanted, but I was very happy with what I did find. What I'm going to do for this one is I'm just going to show you them because on the receipt, they don't show exactly what any of these fabrics were. These are all from Hobby Lobby, and I had bought a yard of each because they were such good sales. So I'll just show you some of these fun novelty prints. Couldn't find enough bug fabric and stuff, so I just decided that I would get some novelty prints because they were such a good sale that it didn't matter. Like this, I'll just have this in my stash. So this is just so cute. This I won't put in the quilt that I'm making right now, but just for a novelty print. Most of these I paid between about $4.19 to $4.79. There was a couple I paid $5.39 for, but they were a full yard. So really great sale. So pretty. And I bought all these fruit because I think I'm going to do a cannon jar quilt sometime. And I thought I picked up some fabrics for those. Great sales. I'm just going to show you the fabrics. I'm not going to tell you the designers. And I did get all of these ones at Hobby Lobby. So cute. These fabrics are going to look great in a cannon jar one down the road. This one was my absolute favorite. I probably paid $4.19 a yard for it, but I couldn't decide. I was almost going to buy the whole bolt because I thought this would be great on the back of a quilt. And now I kind of wish I did, but I have so many quilts to sew that I probably won't miss it once I start getting my sewing going here. I loved this one. I thought that would be fun in the cannon jars. This one here, I just got this one for the greenery again for the bug quilt and the rodents. I bought some more of this fish fabric. I had this salmon fabric for another quilt, another I Spy quilt I had bought fabric for, and I just bought another piece. And I got this cactus. Oh, just love this cactus one so much. I thought that would be fun inside of jars too. And this one I might be able to put in the bug quilt as well. And I absolutely love these green leafy ones just to have in my stash. I don't have a lot of stuff like that. So I'm going to start looking for more trees, and I want more parts and pieces to some of my fabrics. You know what I mean? I want to have more novelties, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I plan on doing a lot of Christmas quilts this year. So I bought 7.5 yards of this pine cone fabric. And this one I paid $5.39 a yard, and I got 7.38 yards. I paid $39.82 for this whole great big piece of fabric. That will do a lot in my Christmas quilts that I'm going to make between borders, sashing, and a back-end. I got a great deal. So that's what I got at the Hobby Lobby. And then I stopped by one more place after that. I stopped by Walmart, and I needed to pick up some items for home anyway, and I went over to their fabric department. I have a lot of gray fabric, but I don't have anything with any little design in it. And I need some stuff for cannon jars. I wanted something with a little bit of like a textured look. So I found this. This was $4.57 a yard. I just got a yard of it. And this is going to be able to be used in several different quilts with the cannon jars. So I had a super fun day out shopping yesterday, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Remember to keep it simple. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye. Now, let's get busy sewing. Say bye, little Miss Reddy Thready.